Hi there, students. An epithet, an alias, a nickname, a pet name, and a moniker. Okay, these are all words for an alternative name. Let's see, let's start with epithet. Okay, an epithet is something that is used instead of a name. It highlights a person's characteristic, a characteristic about the person. For example, Margaret Thatcher, the milk snatcher. This is an epithet that was used for her before she was Prime Minister, when she was the Minister for Education and took away free milk for schools. Or, Alexander the Great. This is an epithet as well. Okay, so it's something that highlights a characteristic of somebody. Or the late Queen Elizabeth's husband was known as Phil the Greek. Prince Philip was his name, and he came from the Greek royal family, and that's why Phil the Greek. So that's an epithet. An alias is an alternative name that is used normally to hide your name. It's something you use for anonymity or for a disguise. Particularly a criminal will use an alias because they don't want people to know who they really are. I was thinking about the difference between an alias and a nom de plume, a pen name. A pen name is normally for an author. For example, Armentine Lucille Aurore Dupin de Franqueuil was best known as George Sand, and this was her pen name. Okay, so it's a name that you use instead of your real name, particularly for anonymity. A nickname is what your friends call you, but it's a substitute for your proper name. So meet the gang. This is Shorty, and this is Legs, and this is Shoulders. Okay, these are nicknames. These are what your friends call you. It's an informal substitute. Yeah? Then we have a pet name. A pet name is a name that you call somebody you love, somebody you're very fond of. So typically I call my daughter Sweetie. And that's it. This is a pet name. It's a name of the way you call someone you love. I think you could probably say that Darling is a pet name as well. And then finally we have this word, a moniker. Okay, a moniker is firstly, this is an American word. And I think a moniker is another word for a nickname, an alias, although I think this word moniker is more general. I think a moniker could be a nickname, an epithet, an alias, a pet name. It's what people call you. It's your handle. It's the name that people give you. So an epithet, it's a name that describes a person's character. Vlad the Impaler. Richard the Lionheart. Okay, so these are epithets. So sometimes these can be negative, they can be positive, they can be anything. William the Conqueror, for example. An alias, an assumed name, an additional name to hide your identity. It's a pseudonym. A writer might use an alias, but I think I would prefer the word nom de plume. Okay, a nickname is an informal name used instead of your personal name. So this guy everybody calls him China. China is his nickname. Very often it's for a trait or for affection or something like that. A pet name. A pet name is a name for somebody you love, normally for family and friends. Sweet pea, for example, or Doberman. Okay, these are pet names. And then finally, a moniker. A moniker covers all of these things. It could be geographical, it could be cultural, it could be generational. But it's an American phrase. It could be a nickname, an alias, an epithet, any of these. So let's see, epithet comes from epitheton in ancient Greek, an epithet. Epithetos, additional. Epithemi, to add on to. Epithet, this is a reasonably formal one. 6.5 in formality, semi-formal conversation or above. Alias, 5 in formality, use anywhere. So alias, you use it anywhere. From Latin, alias, at another time, at another place. A nickname. This comes from I think is influenced by German, Name, but a nickname, just from the word name, and then a pet name, is a name of love. I guess you to pet, to love, to stroke, to look after, and then finally a nickname. A moniker, maybe from monarch, maybe from Sheila, maybe from from shelter Munich, or from monk. Sorry. Okay, so a moniker, back slang for nickname. So he hardly deserves the epithet fascist. So the epithets are often used. John Lord, alias Peter Lewis, was convicted of murder. He checked into a hotel under an alias. Red got his nickname from his red hair. Harold's nickname was Harry, pet name. Benny is a pet name for the rabbit. It's only a pet name for Henry. Moniker. His classmates chose a very apt moniker for him. Moniker, fairly informal, maybe 3.5, 4 in formality. Pet name, 5 in formality. Nickname, 5 in formality. So there you go. Epithet, nickname, alias, moniker, and pet name. Bye for now.